Good evening, everyone. I'd like to call to order this regular meeting of the Naperville Park District Board of Commissioners. It is Thursday, July 14th, 2016, at 7 p.m. At this time, if everyone could please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, Jackie, will you please take the roll?
President Janner.
Here.
Vice President Riley. Here. Commissioner Egan. Present. Commissioner Ensign.
Here.
Commissioner Heidi.
Here.
Commissioner Todd. Here. Commissioner Young.
Here.
We have no awards and recognitions tonight, so we'll move on to matters from the public. Jackie, is anyone from the public signed up to speak here tonight? No. Okay, then we will move on to our next agenda item, updates and reports. The first report will be the Parks Foundation report. Commissioner Ensign.
The Naperville Parks Foundation met on June 28th, and we discussed the Float Your Boat for a Cause on July 31st, which will be at Centennial Beach, and also sponsored by 95.9 The River. We also discussed the future role of the foundation in the community, and our next meeting will be in September, but the date has not been finalized.
Thank you, Commissioner Ensign. The next update is the Finance Committee update. Commissioner Young.
Thank you, President Janner. The Finance Committee met on July 7th. Tom Sawyer reviewed the performance of our reserve fund. You'll see those results in your next packet, I believe, if you didn't get them this week. They look like this. Behind tab 2, you will see the results through 2 quarters and also from inception. I'm happy to report that our performance continues to outpace our benchmark. Our return through 2 quarters this year is 1.94%, and the Barclays 1 to 3 year U.S. Treasury boasts 1.44% for that same period. Taking a longer term view, the investment shows a net return of 1.08% since inception, which was June 30th, 2011, by the way. The Barclays 1 to 3 year Treasury for the same period is 0.81%. Tom Sawyer will visit in a future meeting, I'm thinking in August is when we plan that, to review performance of the fund with the entire board. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Young. The next report is the Parks and Recreation Committee update. Commissioner Heidi.
Thank you, President Janner. The Parks and Recreation Committee met on June 17th. Under new business, we discussed the proposed practice of donating existing amenities in return for a defined naming privilege. The suggestion was made that the remaining value using straight-line depreciation be used to determine both the period of naming rights and the tax implications. There will be additional discussion on this topic. We also had a lengthy discussion on the Parks Foundation, notably how we improve its efficacy. Communication and expediency were cited as the areas that must be addressed. There are new foundation members, Mr. Ensign, that will carry this torch. Finally, by all indications, our ship continues to tighten. That is, expenses are down and revenue is up in virtually every functional area. Golf, recreation, and food service are all killing it. And by the way, we have several large projects that are progressing rapidly and under budget, to wit, the Activity Center and the new Maintenance Center. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Heidi. The next report is the Board President update. At today's meeting, we will set our board committee assignments for the upcoming year. While these meetings here at City Hall may seem concise, much of the work of our board and leadership team together happens in committee. During these meetings, important issues are vetted, unpacked, and prepared to be discussed and voted upon at our monthly meetings of the full Board of Commissioners. Committee meetings are open to the public, as these meetings are, and we certainly encourage resident input. I'd like to encourage all residents to get out from behind the TV, take advantage of the gorgeous summer weather here, and spend some time outdoors. Please take advantage of several free programs and events offered by the Naperville Park District, including our summer concert series, now in its 14th season. These concerts provide free, family-friendly entertainment to neighborhood parks and residents throughout the community. All concerts begin at 7 p.m. and end at 8:30 p.m., and the full schedule is available on our website. A big thank you to Executive Director McGurry, along with our entire staff, for their leadership and direction during an incredibly busy summer. As you may know, this year the Naperville Park District embarked upon renewing national accreditation through the Commission for Accreditation of Park and Recreation Agencies, also known as CAPRA. This very intensive process provides assurance to our residents that the Park District meets national standards of best practice. In late June, we welcome leaders from other parks and recreation agencies in Arizona and North Carolina to visit Naperville, visit with our commissioners and staff, and complete our review. I'm pleased to report at this time that the Park District met 100% of the required standards and will be honored at the National Conference in St. Louis. I'd also like to thank our Naperville Park District staff for supporting RibFest this year over the Independence Day weekend. By all accounts, it was a great success. Special thanks to Director Katie Seppi, our RibFest liaison, and Director Kevin Finnegan and his park staff, as well as our Park Police and Naperville Police Department for their professionalism and for keeping everyone at this huge event safe and secure, both our own residents and literally thousands of visitors to Naperville from out of town. Finally, as our summer programming is in full swing, we absolutely must recognize and honor the unsung heroes of the Naperville Park District, about 2,700 volunteers that volunteer a total of about 9,500 hours annually. This translates to over $2 million in cost savings for the district, and many programs cannot even be administered at all without volunteers. On Thursday, July 28th, just prior to our board meeting, all volunteers are invited to a picnic at Centennial Beach at 4 p.m. so that we can appropriately thank you for your service to the Park District and our residents. So we look forward to seeing many of you there. That concludes my report, and now I'll turn it over to Executive Director McGurry for the Executive Director's update.
Thank you, President Janner. Our long-awaited Fort Hill Activity Center will make its debut to the community next month, and both staff and board are very excited to introduce our residents to this new gem. A nearly 80,000 square foot facility, the Fort Hill Activity Center highlights include a fitness center, gymnasium, gymnastics room, wood floor studios for group exercise, a walk-jog track, and an indoor playground, cafe, and much more. Fitness memberships are now on sale, and they start at $35 per month for access to a wide range of amenities. We also are offering $0 enrollment fee through our grand opening event on Saturday, October 27th. And speaking of the grand opening, I hope that many in our community will be able to experience the Activity Center firsthand at this event. Information on the facility, fitness memberships, and the grand opening can be found at www.napervilleparks.org/Fort Hill Activity Center. About 6 weeks ago, we opened the new Riverwalk Cafe, which is the former Riverwalk Eatery, located near Rotary Hill. This facility features a brand new menu and serves breakfast, lunch, and dinner with both indoor and outdoor seating. We are pleased with the performance of the Riverwalk Cafe so far, and the weather certainly has been kind to us as the patio does a great business. If you haven't had a chance to check out the Riverwalk Cafe yet, please do so by stopping in. It's open daily from 7 a.m. until 10 p.m. You can view our menu and some of the facility photos at napervilleparks.org/Riverwalk Cafe. Our free summer concerts and performances are in full swing at the Park District. We offer concerts in your park, which occur on Sunday evenings, children's lunch hour entertainment, which occurs on Tuesdays, the Carillon Summer Recital Series, that's on Tuesday evenings, and Rolling on the River, which is on Friday evenings. All these events are free and for all ages and are a great opportunity to enjoy times outdoors with your family, your friends, and neighbors. All of these events can also be found at napervilleparks.org. Although we're not through the summer quite yet, the autumn program guide is currently in production and will be delivered to residents beginning August 3rd. Online registration will begin August 8th. The autumn guide will feature all new programming for the previously mentioned Fort Hill Activity Center, including our new basketball leagues. Other fall-themed programming in this forthcoming edition includes hayrides and Halloween happenings. And then finally today, the leadership team, we have a meeting every 2 weeks, and there's an agenda established. And on the agenda today was the discussion on the new Pokemon app that has been raging across this country. We as a park district are thrilled that we see so many people out using the facilities. The one thing that is very concerning to us is the fact, and this has happened to me now 3 times within the past few days, people are simply not paying attention to what they're doing. And after our meeting today, I was run into by a young lad who, of course, I was probably 10 times his size and weight. This is a very, I wouldn't say grave concern, but it's a deep concern for the Park District here. Again, I want to stress, we're not anti-Pokemon. We're glad the kids are out. Me personally wish that they were out without their phones, but it is what it is. So we ask that people enjoy the parks, the Riverwalk, the sidewalks, wherever you are, responsibly. Many of the small kids that we see out on the Riverwalk, and we have a bird's eye view. That's where we work. And I can see out my window groups of 40 to 50 that are congregating, and then they move to the next part. They're simply not paying attention. They're just not. And so I'm stressing to anybody that's watching this tonight or will watch it in the future, those that have small children, the vast majority have parents with them. The parents are doing what they should be doing. They're being good parents. It's the problem when you have some of the 9, 10, 11, up through 18, 19-year-olds that are by themselves, enjoying themselves, love it. Just please be aware of where you're at. As recently as yesterday, a young lad, probably 12 or 13, walked right into a lady on a bike, knocked her completely off the bike at the corner of Main and Jackson. So I've seen now, this is the 3rd time I've seen something. Katie Seppi was run into today. I don't know the rest of the staff, so I'm just stressing to please, we don't want to get somebody hurt over enjoying themselves and having fun with this great game. Thank you.
Thank you, Executive Director McGurry. The next item on our agenda is approval of the Treasurer's Report.
Move to approve the May 2016 Treasurer's Report.
Second.
Is there any discussion? Hearing none, Jackie, will you please take the roll?
Vice President Riley?
Yes.
Commissioner Todd?
Yes.
Commissioner Egan?
Aye.
Commissioner Ensign?
Yes.
Commissioner Heidi?
Yes.
Commissioner Young?
Yes.
President Janner?
Yes. The next item on our agenda is the consent agenda. Are there any items to be removed from the consent agenda?
Move to accept consent agenda items A through J.
Second.
Jackie, will you please take the roll?
Vice President Riley?
Yes.
Commissioner Ensign?
Yes.
Commissioner Egan?
Aye.
Commissioner Heidi?
Yes.
Commissioner Todd?
Yes.
Commissioner Young?
Yes.
President Janner?
Yes.
Move to approve the consent agenda items A through J as accepted. This is a voice vote.
Second.
All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. We have no unfinished business or new business. So as for future meetings, the next regular meeting of the Board of Park Commissioners will be July 28th, 2016, 6:30 p.m. in the South Maintenance Facility lunchroom. Commissioners, remember that we have the volunteer picnic right before that. Regular meeting after that will be August 11th, 2016 at 7 p.m. right here in Council Chambers. And the one subsequent to that will be August 25th, 2016, 6:30 p.m., South Maintenance Facility lunchroom. And the next item on our agenda is executive session.
Move to adjourn to executive session to discuss land acquisition under 2C11 of the Open Meetings Act and under 2C5,
2C5.
2C1 and 2C5.
Second.
Jackie, will you please take the roll?
Sure. Vice President Riley?
Yes.
Commissioner Ensign?
Yes.
Commissioner Egan?
Aye.
Commissioner Heidi?
Yes.
Commissioner Todd?
Yes.
Commissioner Young?
Yes.
President Janner?
Yes.